Hello, everyone. Today we are back with another story for kids and grown-ups alike from the Mahabharata, the story of Arjuna, Lord Indra, and Lord Shiva. And the story is in the series Leadership Lessons from Indian Mythology, and the point is persistence. And this is when Pandavas were banished from the kingdom of Indraprastha, and as a result of deceit by Shakuni as well as Duryodhana in the gambling game. And they reached Kamyaka vana, which was infested by many demons. But then Pandavas were brave and they feared none, and Bhima soon killed Rakshasa, the deadly Rakshasa Karmira. Hearing about Pandavas' arrival in the forest, many visited them, including Bhojas, the Andagas, Vrishnis, Drishadimna, Drishtakedu, all led by Sri Krishna. And they came to meet the Pandavas and console them. And Also Draupadi with words of support. Once everyone left, Draupadi asked Yudhishthira why he was not angry at Duryodhana and the injustice that was dished out to them. To which Yudhishthira replied, "One who controls the anger ensures their own well being. And forgiveness is a path of righteous, and hence I follow that." These are indeed wise words. But then Bhima, who is known for his valor as well as his anger as well, said he didn't understand the inaction of Yudhishthira and definitely not Kshatriya Dharma because Kshatriyas are meant to fight. So to which Yudhishthira replied, Kauravas have a mighty army and they being the Pandavas are not ready yet to fight the Kauravas. So they need to use the 13 years of exile as a preparation for the ensuing war. So the great Saint Vyasa visited them at this time while they were conversing about all these things. And Vyasa basically told Yudhishthira um, um, that it is now time to start preparing for the war. And he imparted the knowledge of Pratismriti to Yudhishthira, which can be used by one to travel at very fast speeds, almost at the speed of the mind, and advised Yudhishthira to teach it to Arjuna and prompted him to undergo serious penances to acquire the knowledge of the most powerful weapon from Lord Shiva. And Arjuna, armed with Pradismati, sets out swiftly towards Himalayas. Within a day's time, he reached Himalayas because of Pradismati. And while passing through Gandhamadana mountain, he arrived at Indragila, where he was stopped by a yogi. The yogi said, looking at the warrior who was like armed like a warrior with this Gandiva and two quivers with uh, unending arrows and all that, right? So this is not a place, O warrior, to wield all your weapons, since you can only find yogis who have renounced everything here, and your weapons are useless here. So leave them because you've attained higher purpose just by reaching this place. Now throw away all these, right? So this is not going to help you here. And Arjuna but was unmoved and replied to the yogi with humility but with clear determination that the purpose of his visit was to avenge the injustice that was dished out to them. And even after much persuasion by Yogi, he did not even give up his bow or the quivers equipped with unending arrows, which all of this he got from Lord Agni for helping Agni to consume the fire, the forest, which is another story. So, secretly pleased by the single mindedness of Arjuna, the yogi revealed to him his true self, that he is none other than uh, Lord Indra, and then told Arjuna, "O Arjuna, proceed towards Kailasa, the abode of Mahadeva, and acquire the deadliest of weapons from him through penance. And Then I shall give to you the knowledge of my powerful weapons as well." And more determined and pleased by this, Arjuna swiftly set out to Kailasa and started his penance by wearing only tree bark and consuming only dried leaves. The first month he ate only once in 3 days. The second he ate once in six. The third month he once in every 2 weeks. And in the fourth month he consumed only air while continuing to meditate. So, seeing the effects of environment due to Arjuna's severe penance, the rishis of Himalayas got concerned and reached out to Lord Mahadeva, Lord Shiva, and requested him to stop Arjuna before it became too late. So Lord Shiva smilingly said he knew why Arjuna was doing this and he knew what he was after, and the rishis need not worry. And he also said um, he will give Arjuna what he wants, as he's already pleased by Arjuna's penance. Mahadeva and his Bhudaganas, along with goddess Parvati, set out in the form of hunters to where Arjuna was stationed. And seeing Arjuna offering penances, a demon by the name Muka rushed towards him, and in the form of a wild boar. And seeing the charging demon, Arjuna said, "You're attacking an unknown person who did not harm you. For this reason, you have to face consequences for this." And he took out his Gandiva his arrows, and he started aiming at the boar. At the same time, the the hunter also aimed at the boar at the same time, because hunter saw the boar as well. So both of them aimed with powerful arrows and shot the uh, the Danava or the Asura and killed him. So both the warriors claimed to kill the Asura, and this caused a little spat between them. And soon enough, angered by the hunter and his imprudence, Arjuna started to fire his powerful arrows at the hunter, and the hunter easily negotiated them. And after some time, Arjuna's like never-ending quiver of arrows, uh, all of a sudden it vanished. All the arrows vanished, and surprised with this, he thought to himself, this may not be an ordinary hunter after all. But then he thought it must be some demigod, because this is a place where all the demigods visit. So he then tried to use the end of his bow to kind of hold the hunter and started attacking him with his potent fist. The hunter quickly grabbed hold of Gandiva, the divine weapon, and hid it within his body. And Arjuna then took out his. So he lost Gandiva, right? So he took out his deadly sword, aimed at the hunter's head, and the sword that usually cuts through most everything broke into pieces. And still determined, Arjuna started hitting the hunter with his bare hands, and within no time he was overcome and strangled by the hunter, and that was enough to get Arjuna unconscious, and he fell on the floor, and completely beaten and gaining consciousness. Arjuna, he was bruised, and his pride got hurt and all that, and he summoned up his strength to create a shivalinga out of mud, and offered a garland of flowers to the shivalinga. And lo and behold, the garland actually falls on Lord Shiva, um, and which is in the form of hunter. So Arjuna, that was enough for Arjuna to realize that it was the hunter was none other than Lord Shiva, and uh, pleased by all this, Shiva was extremely pleased, right? So but Arjuna prostrated in front of Lord Shiva and begged for his forgiveness, because he didn't know it was Lord Shiva, and he fought him, right? So but Shiva was pleased by Arjuna already, and he said, like, I am ready to give to you whatever you've come here to ask for. So without any worry and fear, ask what you want. So Arjuna took no time in asking for the most deadly weapon, the Pashupatastra, with the knowledge to hold it, wield it, and retrieve it. And Mahadeva happily gifted it to him, with the warning that, this weapon is wielded by nobody, even Lord Indra doesn't have this weapon. So do not use it against a lesser foe, because it might end the entire universe because of the power of the weapon. Um, uh, since um, since that is something that Arjuna had to keep in mind, Arjuna completely understood that, and acknowledged that. And Lord Shiva then gave back Arjuna's Gandiva and all the quiver, now replenished with unending arrows. And At this time, the all the gods descended, and they also, like including Lokapalas, they also gave celestial weapons to Arjuna. Arjuna accepted all of it with utmost respect towards Lokapalas, and these weapons would later help Arjuna defeat the mighty 11 Akshauhani Kauravas. And The Kaurava army was adorned with Atirathis and Maharathis as well. So it was no mean task for Arjuna to achieve later on in the war. So what can we learn from this? Right? Let alone Arjuna, no human or God was a match to Lord Shiva, and yet Arjuna never gave up and used all his skills. His persistence and skillful negotiation of celestial weapons pleased even the hardest to please, which is Lord Mahadeva. And as a result, Arjuna acquired the knowledge of all the celestial weapons he came to acquire. So, persistence is what can be learned from this story. And sometimes, more than your skill, persistence can help you achieve what you want in life. Skills do matter, but temperament and persistence is even more important for all the little kids who are listening. If you are, this is something to keep in mind. So, hope you like this little story today. And uh, that is what I wanted to share with you today. And um until we meet again, I would like to say bye bye to you, and meet you again with another video of mine. Take care.